Okay, buongiorno guys, thanks for meeting me. Now I understand that there's a few issues that you guys would like to raise. Okay, yeah, alright guys. Well look, I hear what you're saying, but I know there's a few of you Italians around now, but we won't be renaming the club Grindavik, and we'll continue to speak Icelandic in the dressing room. I do speak Icelandic. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream. It is Season 5, Episode 4 today, and we have another round of Champions League qualifying against Finnish side FC Honka, and having knocked out Karabag in the previous round, this does look a little bit softer of a tie, doesn't it? So hopefully we'll be able to get through this one relatively comfortably. Now, there's not too much to catch you up on that has happened off the field. The only thing to catch you up on, in fact, was the one game on the field, which was in the league against FH. Niall Huggins got the only goal. So yeah, not too much to catch you up on. It was one of these where we actually did play okay, but we couldn't hit the target to save ourselves. Another disappointing game from Stefansson. Grindavik, our new signing, got a start in this one. Generally speaking, everybody played well. It was a heavily rotated side, obviously, with European football abound. But yeah, it's a win. That's first and foremost. But it wasn't a particularly convincing one, given that the only shot on target we had was the penalty that won the game for us. So, yeah, we'll work on that and move on. In terms of the league table, it is still looking very good for us. We have a 3-point lead over KR, but we do have 2 games in hand. You have to go all the way back to Breidablik down there in 4th to find the team that has had played the same amount of games as us, and that's a nice little 6-point gap. So we don't want to find ourselves dropping too many points, but equally, you know, everybody in the league, it's a relatively even league, so teams drop points to each other all the time. Even if we just keep picking up draws, the team that we're drawing obviously aren't catching us at all, even if other teams can pull us back. So yeah, we just got to keep adding those points onto the tally, and we should be absolutely fine. But this is all about European Champions League football, and let's have a look at what we're doing here. We are expecting a 4-3-3 out of them. And this is the team that we're sending out. It is Andreasen in goal, Sanchez, Andreasen, Antonsen, and Matheson as the back four. Sayas, Turpinson, and Capiello, Viva, Rocky, and Turco. And we have now registered our new man, Gadini, so he's on the bench. And we will try and give him some game time because he's our player. I'd almost rather him play than Turco, but equally, we need to make sure we're getting some goals on the board first. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. I don't recognise any names, I don't think. No, I don't think so. Now, of course, we're getting to the point where there might be some regens that are in there as well. Home ground gives us an advantage, make it count. I think I can just about get on board with that. The first leg here is important. We could, in theory, blow them away here. So, I mean, if we do that, then the second leg isn't worth showing. We'll show the game versus KA in the league. That way, I mean, the thing with doing that is we can have a look at the rest of the squad as well. It's nice to see some different players sometimes, but equally, you know, if this isn't done and dusted, then we'll show the second leg, obviously. But when we played Finnish opposition last year, I think it was last season, I think we beat them quite comfortably in the end, didn't we? So I'm hopeful, but obviously I don't want to be overconfident because then you look like a bit of a dick. Roof's still in very good nick. Good to see Roof watch back. And if we do get the new stadium that is currently planned, it'd be interesting to see how that roof compares, won't it? Let's give them some encouragement here and see what we can do. Yeah, there's not, as I said, not too much to catch you up on because there's only sort of one game between league game between European ties right now. There's obviously not too much of a chance for things to happen. Now, Viva does have some interest coming in for some relatively big clubs. OB, oh, there's a good ball in, and Turco just didn't get a connection. OB in Denmark, and a Spanish club as well, who I think are a sort of second-tier Spanish team. So, I mean, Viva's one of those guys, ideally, I don't want to sell him, but if we get a big bid in or he starts to kick off, then it might be something that needs to happen. But I think he's actually a very useful player. Rocky's done really well, straight through the heart of the defence. What a goal from Matthias Rocky. He went from inside his own half almost, and then had the audacity to just dink it over the keeper when he got there. Where did he pick this ball up from? It was inside his own half and just ran straight through the heart of the defence. And then what about this finish as well? Dink perfect. If you're a goalkeeper, that would piss you off, wouldn't it? That really, really would. But what a goal from Rocky. That is... Well, that's going to be a goal of the season. At least an honourable mention, if not a nominee, I would have thought. What a goal. And what a stage to do it on as well. So, not much else is happening, if we're completely honest with ourselves here. We've got a free kick, Turpinson to take. It's towards the back post, and it is Axel Andreasen, a 6th of the season for our big centre-back. Now, yes, he takes penalties as well at times, but that's not a bad return this early in the season for a centre-back, is it? Could he get double figures? Not the greatest goalkeeping, but we got him in to be that aerial presence, more so from when we're defending. He's not a problem about being offside there. Yeah, more so defending at the other end, but obviously the other side to that argument is that we've then got him as an attacking presence at our end. So very, very good start there. Not the greatest performance, if we're completely honest with ourselves. I think we are actually capable of better. Let's go with that. We didn't dominate possession. We didn't have that many shots on target. I wonder if what we might want to do is just lower the tempo down a little bit. Given that we are playing in Europe, and just see if that helps us a little bit. Turco's not had a great game up there. We are struggling a little bit with our strikers this season. We've seen, I say struggle, I mean they're scoring lots of goals, but it's sort of the case, and we've had this problem before where I think we sometimes don't play our strikers into the game. Capiello looking for a chance to shoot. Sayas. And there's a cracking ball for Axel Andreasen. Sayas! Oh, it's a second goal of the season nominee, and it is this time Thiago Sayas, and that is unstoppable. This from behind the goal could look quite special. Did he have any bend? Oh, look at that. It is arrowing into that far corner, away from the goalkeeper. That is stunning from Sayas. What a strike. And it is now 3-0. If we get another one, I'm going to say it's tie over. Let's get on Gardini, our new man. Now, he likes to play as a trequartista. There it is there. So we'll get him on, see how he does. Excuse me, I think long-term, we have an injured player. Rocky is injured. Okay, so left side, we can bring on... Maybe, what's Turco? He is left foot only. Okay, so you know what we'll do? That's not a problem. Hopefully that Rocky injury isn't too serious, because he is obviously we've seen what he can do. But we'll try getting a Turco out there as a winger and see how he does in that role. And it gives us a chance to see Gardini in his favoured role. Yeah, like I say, I think a 4th goal, we can be relatively confident that it's tie over and we can go from there. Viva runs through the middle of them. And the goalkeeper this time is able to make the save. And do we want to make any other changes here? We're getting towards, it might even be a little bit late to do this. Capiel's not having a great game. I'd like to give Carrison some game time. So we'll get him on out there, see how he does. We've got a corner, Matheson to take, and it is... Oh, it's bouncing around, and it is Andreasen again. Oh, no, he's offside, is he? The referee's flag is up, and is it Turpinson, perhaps? Oh, it's a shambles, isn't it? You can't really see. I didn't see a VAR check, so I don't know if... I don't know what's happened there, but anyway, it hopefully won't make a difference. It's 3-0. And 3-0 is right on that borderline of what do we do for the next one? Do we show the second leg or not? So dominance into victory. It's about a month and a half out for Rocky. So that's a little bit of a blow. It all chips away at that squad depth. Andreasen, a goal, 2 assists, and a clean sheet. That's not a bad day's work for a centre-back, is it? But there we go. That is that. I think we will show the second leg. Just that way we can see what's coming up next as well if we do get through. So I will play through KA, we'll rotate the side, and I'll see you for the second leg. Okay, welcome back. We are getting ready for this second leg, but we do need to catch you up on the league game in between the 2 legs. So let's go and let's go see how that went. We took an early lead through Haverdartsons, first for the club. Viva picked out Stephenson to make it 2-0 at half-time. And Sayas found Stephenson to make it 3-0 just after the break. before KA pulled one back. So a couple of Stefansson quality finishes were the difference here. It was a bit of a mixed match side. I feel relatively confident that that we're going to be okay against Honka. So what I did is I played the likes of Sayas, Capiello, Viva, and I think that was it. Just a couple of sort of the first choice players, let's say, just to make sure that we did get the result here. And like I say, we should be okay now in Europe with still a very strong side, but maybe just one or two players short. So that's done obviously good things for the league for us, and now we need to do some good things in Europe. So we are expecting a similar sort of lineup from them, and the team we're sending out does have changes. So Andreasen is in goal. Sanchez, Andreasen, Anderson, and Matheson are going to keep the same defense together. Pedersen's going to come in and just be the anchor man in there for us. He's capable of doing that. Kerpensen and Olmarksen will be the midfield duo. Poor Desarsen. Our young right winger. We're going to give him a start here and just see how he does. There's a lot of potential there in him. Turco's we're going to again try him as a left winger to see how he does. And Gardini will get a start up front for us. And let's see if he can convert some of these really good looking attributes into European goals for us. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. A couple of names there look different. I thought it was a sort of a more Finnish looking lineup last time. But anyway, in terms of names. But well, we just got to avoid complacency, don't we? Go out there, start again here. If we win on the night, then we're fine. Even if we draw on the night, we're absolutely fine. I mean, we could even lose, couldn't we? But we don't want to do that. But yeah, well, hopefully this is going to be relatively straightforward. Now, the transfer window is still open for about another week. I don't know if we're going to do anything. I mean, I'd like to see if we could maybe get an upgrade at centre-back. I think Andreasen is doing brilliantly. There's no need to replace him. But I just wonder if Antonsen could be upgraded upon. Yeah, we'll see. Monthi as well, I think, could probably be upgraded upon. The issue is that I don't want to... Oh, their roof looks nice as well. What I don't want to do is get stuck, basically, with too many players in the squad that we can't then get rid of. So... for now, well, that's one way to take a chance. That's the João Felix method of being given a chance, isn't it? Yeah, well, this is a problem, isn't it? Do we go maybe strikerless and stick Gardini out there? We'll have then two wide players that are effectively... What if we play two inside forwards? We probably want to switch them over for inside forwards, don't we? So they're a little bit inverted. And let's just see how this goes. It'll give them something to think about. We won't be attacking now. We'll just go back to balance. And the last thing we need is for that to happen. We are down to 10 men. We're losing 1-0 on the night. And... well, there's still a long, long time to go in this game. Needless to say, I don't think we'll be seeing that player again in the first team for a little while. Really frustrating, though. You know, you give a guy a chance, and that's what they do. We do have some of the, as I say, the traditional first teamers, let's say, on the bench if we need them. Yeah, but this is not looking particularly good. We're going to have to lower this tempo down, which we probably should have done already. And can we defend a set piece properly this time? We can, kind of, in the end. It's still there. Turpitson wins it back. Olmarksen hacks it clear. There is nobody up there, but that's sort of the game we have to play just now, isn't it? And let's see what we can do. Matheson is just going to let it run out. That's absolutely fine. And it doesn't end the highlight, which is slightly problematic. It does now. Let's just try praising them. We're looking a little bit nervous. It should... Oh, Jesus. This is going to be nervy, isn't it? It was given offside, I think. Let's give it a focus. Overwhelmed. And we've got more defending to do here. Have another go, but that is over the top. And, I mean, we have had no possession. We haven't had a shot on goal as of yet. It has been... Well, it's just been clinging on, hasn't it? Oh, dear. Denny Sanchez has perhaps been caught out there a little bit, but that is over the top as well. All right, so that, you'd say, has not worked. One thing... We need more possession, yeah. I mean, we've got to keep possession a little bit better. I don't even want to talk to the kid. I wonder if we'd be more disciplined, and we probably want to look to exploit the flanks, given that we don't have a striker. So let's try that. Let's get on out there. They're looking motivated. Let's give them some praise, and they've changed the way they're playing. So let's go and fix the marking. Okay, so that is done. And we just need to try and get ourselves... If we have possession, obviously they don't have it, and then it's going to be a little bit more difficult for them to score. Let's try and demand more. That's not really worked either. Turco is not working in the role that he's playing in. I wonder if we look for wingers... oh, good tackle from Matheson, but still they have possession. Oh, Jesus. We're into the 70th minute. But we've not been in this at all. All right, so we're going to have to look to change things here again, aren't we? Because we need to try and get ourselves a little bit of possession here somehow. It wasn't given offside, so it doesn't matter. All right, let me think. Okay, so we're going to change the formation up. Just try and get a little bit more, I don't know, something, so we can keep possession. The one thing that we are changing, though, is we're going to try just playing a bit of a higher line. They were supposed to be a team that controlled possession. We do have Adel Steinson coming on to play as a defender on the cover, so that should give us a little bit of protection. And let's give it a focus and see if we can see out this game. We've got a free kick. Andreasen is there, sees it over. Oh, it's a save, is it? What a save that is then. He may have just rescued our European campaign. It is headed away. All marks, and can he get a foot in? Not quite. Oh, Sanchez, go and close him down, mate. He does brilliantly, does Danny Sanchez. Plays it out as well. Here we go now, Gadini. If you want to make yourself a hero, I wouldn't mind a goal here. All Markson wins the free kick. Very well done. Here we go again. Andreasen. It's the first we've seen of us with the ball at our feet, I think. Turpinson back to Podartsen. Oh, it's in for Gadini. It's good for Gadini. And what a time to score your first goal for the club. It is 4-2 on aggregate now. The 10 men of Grindavik may have just pulled this out. It was a bit of questionable defending. Was it Turpinson? No, Podartsen has put the ball over the top, and it's almost like Gadini had an invisibility cloak on because the defender did not see him and just let the ball drift over his head. And thankfully, Gadini has stuck away his first Grindavik goal, hopefully the first of many. And our first shot on target ends in the back of the net and sends us through with 10 men in a game that, well, I'm glad I showed it in the end because I would have been a little bit nervous if I wasn't showing that, and, well, we would go down to 10 men in the first minute. So, everybody breathe. We have got through. We have got more money. Now, this puts us in a very good position now in terms of we've got Mulder again. In terms of being able to get into a group stage somewhere, but Mulder, who broke our hearts in the Champions League playoff, well, we've got them a round earlier here in the third qualifying round, and a little bit of a chance for revenge on them as well. Podartsen, I mean, we won't be appealing. I don't think it was probably justified yet. I mean, I just think we might send you back to the under-19s and you can learn how to put a tackle in, I think. Definitely went to the Poor Skulls Institute of Tackling with that one, didn't he? But guys, that will do it for today. We have got through. That's the good news. The bad news is I think I've aged about 5 years in the process, and we've got Mulder in the next round. So hopefully, you know, we're a better team than we were last year, so you never know. Maybe we can get the better of them this year. We will be back next time. It'll be Mulder in the... I suspect we'll be showing both legs against Mulder, if I'm completely honest. We've got Breeder Blink in the middle away from home, which is incredibly tough. But we're going to have to just focus full in on Mulder here. There's a part of me that thinks we almost would be better off dropping out and not having to go through Champions League phase, because that could get a bit ugly for us. But the money would be nice, wouldn't it? Until next time, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.